Matt from Inverted Tomb. Welcome to Nightbreed. How's it going, man?
Yeah, good mate. Thanks for having me.
Hey, thanks for coming on.
No worries.
So you were releasing black metal with your Dark and Winter project, right? For quite some time. So is that over and you're doing this now, or is it kind of just two different things side by side for you?
No, I'm still doing Dark and Winter. It's just yeah, Inverted Tomb is something I've wanted to do for quite a while. Sort of Dark and Winter was more of an atmospheric, ambient black metal project, and I've always had an idea of wanting to do something a little bit more stripped back. So just back to basics, just guitars, bass, drums, vocals, no atmosphere and all that sort of thing. So yeah, I eventually got around to starting it. So yeah, they're both still active, and yeah, just both their own things.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. So yeah, July 28th this year, the first full length as Light Fades came out.
Yep.
What's your process? Because I do solo black metal as well. Like, do you sort of start with the drums and then go from there, or do you mix it up? Like, what's your sort of writing and recording process?
So it depends. Sometimes I'll with As Light Fades especially, I started off with the drums. I wrote out the drum patterns and then just listened to them and recorded over them, and just whatever riffs came to mind, just sort of worked with it that way. Whereas with the Dark and Winter process, I kind of came up with riffs first, and then kind of did drums, and it was kind of bit of both really. Just depends how it comes about.
Yeah, cool. Have you had much feedback from the first Inverted Tomb release yet? So it's been a couple of months, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's been, I think it's only been 2 or 3 weeks since it actually came out.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, no, from the feedback that I've received, it's been good. It's been shared around a bit and on YouTube channels, and yeah, people seem to be liking it. So yeah, it's been good.
Yeah, cool. No, it's good stuff, man. I like it. So going back, what first got you into black metal? Can you remember?
Yeah, so I've always been into metal, but then it would have been early 2000s that a mate of mine introduced me to black metal, and yeah, I just got drawn to it. I was just really connected to it, and yeah, just kind of my love for it, I guess, started there, and then yeah, I started kind of looking around to start a black metal band, but I couldn't really find any members. So from there, I just decided to start some solo stuff, and then that's where Dark and Winter started back in 2007. And yeah, so that's but yeah, it was pretty much early first and second wave black metal that got me into it. The Norwegian waves.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
So in Adelaide, what's the metal scene like? You're saying you ended up doing a solo thing. Do you have like mates into black metal around the place, or it's just kind of, is there no one really keen to do that?
I do. I've noticed that lately, especially over the last probably I don't know, 5 years, maybe 5-8 years, it's kind of boosted up a bit. There's a lot more black metal bands getting around Adelaide and whatnot, and I know a lot of the people in those bands and that, but back in mid 2000s and that, there wasn't a great lot. Wasn't a great lot of people. A lot of musicians and that were mainly into playing thrash and death metal and all that, and I couldn't really find people that wanted to do black metal. But yeah, no, the black metal scene here seems to be sort of picking up a bit, which is really good.
Yeah, awesome. So you do solo black metal, and it seems to be more than any other metal genre. I'll reword that actually. There's more than any other metal genre. I think black metal has more solo artists, like doing everything. So why do you think that is? Like, I've always found that kind of odd,
Yeah, I think it's because I guess people have an idea of what they want to create, and it could be It could be that they can't find other people that sort of fit that vision of where they want to go with the music or whatever. Yeah, other times I guess it's just people know what they, certain artists know what they want to do, and they don't want any other influence over what they want to do. They just want to create, solely just the music for themselves.
Yeah, fair enough. On a little side note, I saw on your Facebook page that you got the dreaded ban for using the B word. What the hell was with that, man? Like, it's such an odd thing, right? I imagine there's other things they can pick on, but Burzum gets a hammering for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah, so what it was, man, I on my personal profile, I shared a Burzum track 10 years ago. And they picked me up on it. I think it was about 6 months ago now, and gave me a 3-month ban for sharing something 10 years ago. And so now my account is still under restriction and still under warning, and it means that any ban pages associated with my personal profile, I've noticed that anybody that goes to like Inverted Tomb, it'll come up, sensitive content might be shared on this page that you don't like and all that type of thing. And that's why I put that post up. I thought I don't want people thinking that, I'm sharing things that are against community standards or whatever, because I'm not. I'm just sharing music. So yeah, that's what that's about anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. It's so bizarre, hey? Like
it is, yeah.
So I saw also you've got another album in the works already, Storming Across the Sky. So what's the go there? Have you got a release date in mind? Are you still kind of working on it?
I actually completed that album this weekend, so I've been it's been coming out pretty quick. No release date sort of set as to yet. I kind of want as light fades to sort of have a bit of time, give people a bit of time to digest that first before putting something else out. I kind of don't want to overshadow that release with another one so soon. So
yeah, cool. And did you have a different approach to this one? Like, is it a slightly different sound or something compared to As Light Fades?
No, so it sounds, production-wise, it sounds similar, but I suppose it's got maybe a little bit more, a little bit more melodic, I guess, in certain parts. But yeah, no, it's pretty. It's hard to explain without hearing it. They're different but similar. So yeah.
No, that's cool.
Yep.
So what's, other than the next release, what's next for Inverted Tomb or Dark and Winter? Do you have any other releases in the works?
So Dark and Winter, I haven't released anything since 2020, which was The Wolf Within. Mm-hmm. Nothing set with Dark and Winter as yet. With Inverted Tomb, I'm actually talking to a Ukrainian label, Depressive Illusions Records, and they're interested in doing a limited run of a cassette release. But that's still in the works. I'm not sure of a release date for that yet, but for Inverted Tomb, I guess that's kind of what my focus is on at the moment, and just trying to get that sort of out there, and that seems to be going well at the moment, so I'm sort of just sticking with that.
Yeah, fair enough, man. It's good stuff. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Was there anything else you wanted to touch on before we sort of wrap it up? What do you recommend?
Not really, no.
Yeah, so is he cool?
Cheers for having me on. I really appreciate it, and cheers to everyone that's supported Inverted Tomb so far by grabbing the album and having a listen and giving feedback and whatnot. So yeah, it's appreciated, and thank you.
Yeah, cool. Thanks, man. To everyone else out there, get onto Bandcamp and check out Inverted Tomb. It's good stuff. Cheers, man.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Thanks, David.
Yeah,